Well, good evening, folks, or afternoon, as the case may be. We're here with the Sports Report, my friend Gary Patterson and I.
Yep.
And Gary was into Boston Garden yesterday and Friday.
Friday night for the NCAA.
Checking out the NCAAs.
Yep,
And
it was a great take.
because Sarah is a graduate of Villanova,
Yes,
so we
yeah.
know who the Patterson family was rooting
Yes, after
for.
sending my daughter there, I almost feel like I own a piece of the place, you know? But it's a great program, and they travel well. It was like a home game for Villanova.
They look good on TV.
They look very good. They're the best team, I think.
Although Sunday, they couldn't buy a three-pointer if their life depended on it. They did hit one down the stretch, but that was it.
Yeah, they're a good team, though. They distribute their scoring when they have to. They can get it from a lot of different
I wonder
people, so.
how much of Sunday's game was because of Texas Tech. They look like
I think a lot of
an
Texas
ugly
Tech
team
is
to play against.
Yeah, they're a scrappy bunch.
Yep.
And they're known for their defense.
Defense first.
And they push their defense out to the perimeter, which is, why you got to go down low on them a little bit. Villanova picked up a few fouls, so they had to be a little careful with their big men. But overall, what's impressive about this year versus last year for Villanova is they're much better defensively this year. And they are now, they won, all tournament, they have won the last 6 minutes of those games. And that's how you do it in college,
That's it.
right?
Yeah.
You kind of go back and forth, and then who wins the last 4 to 6 minutes of the game?
So we're down to the Final Four.
Yeah.
How much further? They're still a number one seed.
Well, they're still a number one seed. I kind of feel like the championship game Saturday night, because I think whoever wins Saturday night is going to take the crown. So it's going to be a tough game for them. Kansas is good, but I like Villanova's chances. I really do. I've named them before, and I've watched them a lot this year, and the depth on that team is just amazing.
Kansas has a very good program.
Yeah.
They come to play every year.
Right.
But they always end up this far away.
You know what they don't have, that they usually have at this point, is the guy who's going to go in the top 5 in the draft. They don't have any of those guys. They got a couple of guys that are projected to go in the second round this year. They don't even have anybody yet who they are projecting to go next year. So
they don't have one horse
Kansas
to ride.
And they've always had that horse.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
many Kansas kids get drafted in the top 10?
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
But they're tough. That kid Newman, the guard, he's one of the ones that they're saying is probably a second-round pick. But he just won that game last night in overtime. He just shot the lights out. So,
and the Celts won last night.
They did. Good win for them, all banged up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Bruins are all banged up. They won last night.
They keep winning. Yeah. The Bruins are unbelievable.
They are. Yeah. Right now, they are playing about not far over their heads, I think. But
so Bergeron's back.
Bergeron's back.
Hopefully they'll get healthy.
They
will, right?
They're playing without Chara.
Yeah, Chara's getting a rest, which is a good thing.
It's not a bad thing.
Long term.
Not a bad thing.
If he takes a couple weeks off, it's not the end. Come the end of May, June, June, he's good. That would be good for him.
And the younger players are moving into the lineup, and they're not embarrassing themselves at all.
No, I mean, we talked at the beginning of the year about just play the kids, and if you make the playoffs, fine. If you don't, fine. Let's see what we got with these kids.
This
and
is
kind of done
absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
And Khudobin, they signed him as an afterthought because they like him.
Right.
He plays hard in practice. He's a good teammate. And they said, why not?
Right.
I mean, tell us
what other solution.
What do you get that's so much better, So, and he's played better than anyone could expect.
Yeah.
So they're pretty solid. I give a lot of credit to Cassidy, too.
Yeah, he's really gotten it out of these kids, and they've produced.
Yeah.
Between Dabrowski,
Heinen,
and,
Well, I like Grzelcyk.
Yeah, I like Grzelcyk too a lot.
Man, this kid is a smart player.
Yeah.
And boy, he doesn't panic.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's
takes
a Boston
the puck.
kid. Believe it or not, ironically, I recently, a week ago, met Grzelcyk's cousin at a wake, of all places.
Oh, boy.
At a wake for a friend of ours' mother. And was talking with a friend of mine, and he said, we started talking with this other guy, And he said to me, Grzelcyk? And I'm like, yeah. He goes, that's his cousin. So I said, How about that?
Well, speaking of name dropping,
yep.
I went down to Pawtucket over the weekend to pick up my tickets for the year. They had a ticket party.
A ticket party.
They're trying all kinds of things to get people in.
Yeah, they need to do that.
Yeah, and see if they can get some backing for the new stadium. I don't think it's going to fly, but nonetheless.
Not when they have 1,000 people there.
That's right. Yeah, and I met Dr. Charles Steinberg.
Oh, you did? No kidding.
Well, they sent me a letter and said from 12 to 2, the party. Come on down.
Okay.
So we went down at exactly 12. And there's a line practically to the Attleboro line of people standing to get in. I said, we don't have, what the hell
More than you ever see in a game.
Yeah. Well, I said to this bloke, I said, what the hell is going on? He said, what do you mean? He said, it's an open house. They advertised it in the papers, an open house.
Oh, wow.
Come on down, have some hot dogs and some drinks and blah, blah, blah. I said, I didn't know anything about it. I'm here to pick up my season tickets.
Right.
Oh, that was from 10 to 12.
Uh-oh.
I said, you got to be kidding me. He goes, now don't stand in this line. Come on, come with me. And he takes me down through the executive offices. We go in, through the executive offices, all around the back, until we finally get to the place where they were giving out the season tickets. And there was still, the people were still there giving out season tickets. So he was Dr. Charles Steinberg.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Did you get a chance to chat with him?
Yeah, for 20, maybe 30 minutes.
No kidding.
My 2 boys and I, and my grandson.
Huh.
And you couldn't ask to talk to a much nicer guy.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Very personable?
Very personable. And boy, oh boy, la 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 la. Asked him a bunch of questions, and he was very honest about the stadium and the problems thereof. And I found he told us all about the thing up in Worcester, and he said, and I don't want to paraphrase what he said. Well, I have to paraphrase what he said, but what he basically said was, well, they got a lot of plans, and there are a lot of talk, and they're saying the right things.
Yeah.
We haven't seen any money.
Show me the money. Show me the money.
And so what it boils down to is the old Apex site.
Okay.
In downtown Pawtucket, the old Apex department store. They want to tear that down, demolish it, and put a stadium right there.
Oh, okay. No kidding. Okay.
Or refurbish McCoy.
Yeah.
Well, the problem with the Apex site is financially, it's not a bad deal for the Paw Sox. It's a few bucks cheaper than refurbishing McCoy. But the problem is that since it's right in downtown Pawtucket, the city of Pawtucket wants to use the stadium to refurbish downtown. And they want businesses. They want maybe a motel or 2.
Part of an
they
overall
want restaurants. Yeah. Yes, exactly. They're sort of like a redevelopment authority. Yeah. And he said, we can't afford to do that.
Right.
I said, there's no parking there, Charles. We have to call him Charles. That was it.
Sir Charles, yes.
And he said, I know. He says, well, we've got to put in free parking.
Yeah.
Because that's what we've got over the
McCoy. We have to build
McCoy.
garages, which is very expensive.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So But he said the Speaker of the House in Rhode Island holds the key to the whole thing. He's the single most powerful politician in Rhode Island. Whatever he holds sway on is probably the way they're going to have to go.
Yeah.
But there's the state and the city want no part of funding either one.
Right.
So it's the Red Sox, and where the devil else can you find some money?
Well, you'd have to find a developer that believed in that project.
Exactly.
You know,
So-
which I think is going to be tough.
Yeah. So we had a great time, and he was wearing this huge Red Sox World Series ring.
Oh, no kidding.
And so he said, "What's your name, son?" And he said, "Jacoby." And my son said, "Named after Jacoby Ellsbury." He says, "Really?" He says, "Well, here's the ring from Jacoby's World Series year."
Really?
He said, "Put it on your finger." He said, "I got the other two rings right here. Put these on too." He says, "Now, Dad, go ahead and take a couple of pictures
Oh,
of them."
that's
he's
great.
holding them up.
That's fantastic.
He was a great guy. He showed us his personal collection of Ted Williams pictures.
Really?
That he had there, yeah. He said, "This is a very rare autographed picture of Ted Williams with Babe Ruth."
Wow.
Yep. Another one, Ted Williams in his Marine Corps, flying out in a jet plane. And anyway, it was really a fun deal.
Fascinating. Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
deal. Hopefully the Paw Sox will be okay.
I think so.
I mean, what's your opinion of
I
those two options?
I can tell you what I said to him. I said, I think every one of us, Charles, is rooting for McCoy.
Yeah.
We love McCoy. It's
Spruce it up.
safe. There's plenty of parking. It's clean. Your people do a wonderful job of making sure everything is safe for the families. I think the best thing that could ever happen is you guys find a way to refurbish this.
Yeah.
And he
Which
said,
they
well,
should be able to
he
do.
said, in either case, the city is going to own either the Apex site or this. They own this.
Oh,
So, and they're going to own the Apex site. So the city's only willing to put up so much money.
right.
And
So the Paw Sox lease the stadium from the city?
Exactly. Now, there are those among the people, the old line people from Pawtucket. They want this stadium to be on the Apex site and rebuild downtown Pawtucket to its former glory.
gotta be
95
private.
ruined it.
Yeah.
When 95 went through with the S-curves. And then there are other people that wanted to stay at McCoy. And he said, it's going to be a tough call. But he said, I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
He said,
So, and
Many
you
of the
said
people
The
want-
city currently owns the Apex site?
yeah.
Yeah. Well, they need a private developer who's willing to come in and drop $300 million into building around the stadium.
And go around the stadium and then rent out to motels, rent out to businesses and stores and stuff like that. Yeah.
But that all begins with the Paw Sox being a robust franchise,
Well, that's it. Now, you
where
know
they're
what?
drawing,
Yeah.
8,000
People
a
were
night.
so turned off by all this talk about them going to Worcester and all that. The people just said, the heck with it, they stopped
Yeah.
going.
Right.
That can be reversed. But I don't think it can be reversed at the Apex site because of the parking and the congestion that there's going to be. It's a piece
Yeah,
of
the
cake
current, the
where it
current
is.
site is easy, right?
Yeah.
It's easy. It's easy to get to.
beautiful.
The parking's right there. You get
Yeah.
out of the car. It's, you know,
His
walked right in.
His walkaway line was not beyond the realm of possibility that we're going to work with the folks at McCoy.
Yeah.
He said it makes a lot of sense for a lot of reasons.
yeah. Right.
And we also talked about Rusney Castillo.
Really? Yeah, what's...
Rusney, he said Rusney ought to get a plaque from the city of Pawtucket. He said with his paycheck, he said he's making $10 million a year. 6% of that for an island income tax.
Right, yeah.
$600,000 a year.
Yeah.
He ought to get a plaque for that.
Plaque. They ought to
Yeah.
name a park after him.
Yeah. And he also told me a nice story about Dan Butler.
The catcher?
Yeah. He really likes Dan. And he said a couple of years ago, he says, towards the end of the season, I was talking to him, and he said, Mr. Steinberg, tell me the truth. Is it time for me to go back home and go to work for an insurance company or something and get on with my life?
Yeah.
And he says, what do you want to do, Dan? He says, I want to keep playing baseball. He said, I love playing baseball. He said, then stay with it.
Yeah.
He said, Dan, you're very well thought of. In fact, the Sox signed him again, and they signed him real early to a pretty good contract. Not major league money,
No.
but not minor league money either.
Yeah.
He's good defensively,
Right.
and now when the owner of the Paw Sox says to you, you know, every year you play, you meet more people. He said, and the people that you meet, managers, coaches, players, some of them are going to stay in baseball.
Right.
And somebody is going to say one day, we need a bullpen coach.
Right.
Hey, you know what? Danny Butler would fit the bill.
Yeah.
He said, and after that guy gets promoted to the majors? Guess
Yeah.
who? Could be coaching in the majors. He said, it's not beyond the realm of possibility.
Yeah.
He said, give it a few more years.
Yeah.
Butler's doing it, you know? I'd like to see
Good
him do
for
it.
him.
He's been a good player.
So he's probably fourth on the depth chart for
Yes.
the Red Sox?
Yeah.
Right?
No, I think, yes, yeah.
To Swihart?
Yes, yeah, fourth, yeah.
Yeah, he's probably fourth. So, you never know over 162.
You never know.
You never know.
I mean,
And
Swihart...
if you're okay defensively and you're fourth on the depth chart, that's what they care about the most.
He's good defensively. He's got a good arm to second. Calls a good game.
Yeah.
Who
You
knows?
get a hit here and there, so
And you know,
it's all gravy.
it's not beyond the realm of possibility that the Pittsburgh Pirates call.
Yeah.
Say, you know what? Guess what?
Yeah,
We rolled the dice with 2 catches and both of them are hurt now.
right.
You know,
And we don't have a lot to pay.
we don't have a lot to pay. But boy, I'll tell you what, we wouldn't mind having Dan Butler if you can spare him.
Yeah.
So, anywho, so on that note, I am very much offended.
Are you?
Yes, I am.
You look it.
I'm angry.
Oh, boy. Here we
This
go.
business here
Uh-oh.
of children, 4-year-old children,
Yes.
demonstrating on Boston Common. No more guns in my school. The kid can't even read what the sign is.
Yeah.
This is child exploitation.
Yeah, I would, yes. Very well could be.
I would never bring one of my kids in there
No.
to hold a sign like that, because you know what? There's enough stupid people to walk by and smack the kid and knock him on his keister for carrying something like that, or vice versa.
Or vice versa, yes.
Kids don't have a place. And not only that, but the kids, our children, are showing us that they're fed up with this. They're taking days off from school.
Right.
That's what they're doing, and raising hell while they're out there. Hey, you're going to go to the demo in Boston? Come on, you know. So I'm offended by
I can
that.
see that,
Yes, I'm very angry. I'm also offended by Duron Harmon,
Ron Harmon, yeah.
caught with pot.
Right.
Now,
Fair amount, too.
listen, I'm not naive, and nor are you. We're both
Right.
grown-ups.
Right.
These guys, probably 75%, 80% of the NBA guys smoke marijuana, and probably 2/3 of the football players
At least.
do.
Yeah.
And they don't arrest him for a bag of pot that they have on this.
They sent him home.
Yeah, but this guy
Turn around and go home.
is flying into another country,
Yeah.
Costa Rica, smuggling 3 crack pipes, or whatever the pipes are for, with cannabis oil, THC candy, and 4 glass containers of compressed marijuana weighing 4.3 grams. Guys go to jail for this kind of stuff.
Well, that's the thing about it is, just the bad judgment, right? I mean, it's not like you got caught trying to go through a airport in Tennessee. You go to a foreign country, right? I mean,
they're lucky they didn't throw him in the can down there.
Yeah, I know. All of a sudden you're,
This doesn't make sense. This is not.
Well, apparently
smart.
he must have been going on vacation with his friends, right?
Yep.
Because he's married with a couple of kids. I heard he issued an apology to his family and the Crafts and Bill and everybody else, right? So what do you think will happen with this? Do you think this is a league issue?
Well, now let's think about something. Stephen Wright
Yeah.
and his wife have a verbal argument.
Yes.
She picks up the phone and calls 911. The cops come, and they say, so it was just verbal.
Right.
All right, calm down, both of you, and don't call us again tonight.
Right.
Settle this and be done with it. All right? Now, he gets a 15-game suspension.
15-game suspension?
Yeah, for that. Now, this is ridiculous. This really is political correctness run amok. Do you know of a married couple that have never had a yelling, screaming affair?
No, not really. I would doubt it very much.
No. Now, I have said many times, I have never yelled at my wife. No, I don't think I have. But I'll say things like, ah, and I'll leave the room, you know.
Right. That's kind of how I would describe myself, too.
Yeah,
But at some point, we've been together so long, at some point I had to have yelled at her. I can't think of it, but...
So, you're going to get 15 games
I'd have to assume I have.
Yeah. And it's the same thing.
Yeah.
About stormy weather there, the girl that is...
Yeah.
Now President Trump and I did have an affair. He said something, and I said, "Oh boy," and yeah. This, if in fact you take into consideration men and women both,
yes,
that are married, and you take both of them and you throw cheating into a big ball of wax, I'd be willing to bet you'd come up with 75%.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, they figure that, I've seen stats on guys that put their cheating at like 55%.
Okay.
So women only have to register about 20 or 25%. And I'll bet you they do. So that's...
Yeah, but that's not
a grand total.
Add the two together.
Yeah.
No, you can't. I mean, it's math.
Well, yeah, but it still comes up to...
It would come out, if one was at 50 and one was at 25, it would come out lower than 50 if you blend the two together.
No, it's cumulative. It's 100. There's 100 people, and if 50 men cheated and 25 women cheated out of 100, that's 75.
Oh, that's 75
Gary.
out of 100.
Yeah, so that's 75%, no matter how you want to slice it, bud.
Yeah.
All you got to do is just keep adding zeros to the numbers.
But you only have 100 people.
Yeah.
Then 50 of them are males.
All right. So, I'm talking about married couples.
Okay. Then there's 50 couples to make up your 100.
No, you get a man and a woman. That's two people. Yeah.
Right.
So 50 couples. All right. But let's say there's 500 couples. The math still works out the same way. 50% of the men is 250.
Yeah.
And 20% of the women is
Right, Right, but it's
50.
Right.
Yeah, so it still comes up to 75.
But if you have 250 couples, you have 500 people.
Yeah. Anyway, what I'm saying is, this is not a rare matter.
Oh no! I mean, do you think his wife's surprised? Hell no, she's not surprised.
No.
I mean, the Donald has been a well-established hound dog for
Of course.
decades.
Yeah.
Decades.
Absolutely.
So
And I'll tell you,
So that's the question. Does anybody really care about this, other than to say, "Oh God, there he goes again"?
it's ridiculous.
Except the media, who's going to talk about it nonstop now for
Oh yeah,
a year.
No, because they hate him so much.
Right.
Yeah. Now,
Bill Clinton did the same thing. JFK did the same thing.
that's exactly right. Dwight Eisenhower did the same
Yeah.
thing. And who was the biggest offender of all? LBJ.
Yeah,
Yeah. He never met a
So-
filly he didn't like.
yeah.
But, and you know, I have met women in my life whose drive was every bit as strong as a guy's.
Yes.
So there's plenty of them that are active out there too.
Yeah. There's opportunity if you so seek it.
Go west, young man. but this is just, it's a non-issue.
Yeah, to me it is. It's like,
Yes.
oh God.
Give me a break. Well, I've got a few notes here.
Okay.
Danny Amendola,
Yeah.
$12 million.
Yeah.
2 years.
Off he goes.
And I think like 6.5 is guaranteed or something. He's got $6 million is guaranteed plus a $500,000 buyout the following year or something like that. But still, that's
Pretty
not
good
bad.
payday for him.
It's a good payday for him.
Yeah. Take the money.
Nice way for him to end his career.
Yeah. In South Beach.
Now, Dion Lewis. Yeah, but I guess he's broken up with Cutie Pie, Miss Rhode Island. Yeah.
Well, he'll have
Do they have
aforementioned opportunity.
do they have women in Florida?
in South Beach? Yeah. They got a few.
Dion Lewis.
Yeah.
I had a nice payday too.
He did.
4 years, 23.4 mil, 11.5 guaranteed.
Right.
11.5 sets him up. If he's got a brain in his head for the rest of his life,
Yeah, it
he
should.
could never spend that much money.
Right. So it's a lot of money though, because he's a risk, right?
Yeah.
Just keeping him on the field.
Do you know,
Dynamic player when he's healthy, but he's had his share of problems.
I love Danny Amendola.
Yeah.
He is a football player. Catch punts, run back kickoffs.
Whatever you need.
Yeah. Get in the slot and get yourself killed.
Not afraid.
You're not afraid. I'm sorry to see him go. I don't care about Dion Lewis. He's very elusive. He's very hard to tackle. But you know what? Running backs are running backs.
Running backs are running
Yeah,
backs.
they're like going over to Roche Brothers and getting 5 pounds of hamburger.
Right.
You know, they're there.
Yeah. You can get a running back.
Yeah,
Like we got Dion Lewis, right?
exactly. Picked him up for nothing.
Right.
And I got Ladrian, or whatever. How the heck? Ladrian Waddle.
Yeah.
And Cameron Fleming.
Right.
They've both got to be happy with.
Well, Waddle signed a 1-year contract.
That's right.
here, so he gets to go back into the market next year.
Yes.
And Fleming just signed with Dallas.
Oh, he did. He did jump ship.
Yes,
Okay.
He got a 2-year deal with Dallas. So Fleming's gone. They need a tackle in the draft. Now they got a couple other kids around. They got the 3rd-round pick from last year who had the blood clots in the lung.
Yeah, there's a lot of doubt though whether he'll be ready even for this year.
But they've got another kid, the kid that made the kid Colston, who made he was a undrafted free agent last year who actually made the team and was on the team all year. Just never played.
Working out with
Played
them
some
and
special
practicing
teams
with them, and
yeah.
that's good stuff.
He was on the roster. Sometimes he didn't dress, but he never played. He played in the preseason last year. And they supposedly like him.
Well, you know, he's got a leg up on things, obviously. But losing, what's his face, the tackle.
Yeah.
That really hurts. But you know
Yeah.
what? You cannot pay
Yeah.
60 mil?
Yeah.
Huh?
He's never going to get it all.
31 or 32 guaranteed?
Yeah.
I mean, look, you know what?
Take the money and run, baby.
Take the money and run is right. Because you're just a hunk of meat to a football team.
Right, and that was the market this year for tackles, though. There weren't any tackles, right? If you're a team that need tackles, and a lot of offensive lines.
And he had a great year for the Patriots.
He had a very solid year.
Yeah.
And he was the best that was out there.
Yeah.
You're going to get overpaid.
Would you ask me a question, though? What are the Giants? The Giants have got more problems than addressing the left tackle at that price, it would seem to me.
Yeah, it would seem that that's the case.
Why?
But
heaven's sake, but they want to protect the quarterback.
Eli's blindside.
Yeah. If he was a right tackle, the whole thing would have been different.
Yeah. Plus, the tackle market, last year's draft wasn't that great either. I've heard different analysts talking about the issue with football right now is offensive lines. That a lot of teams start with Seattle. They need to essentially rebuild their line, and there's just not that many good kids coming out. Look at the draft this year. They talk about the first offensive tackle going maybe even as late as the early 20s. Right? There's 5 kids that everybody figures are first and second round.
That we're beginning to see young lads choosing sports other than football?
Yeah, well, I think it's going to happen, sure. I'm surprised that the first place it would manifest is the offensive line.
I am too. I am too. But
I wouldn't expect that.
No, but
I think it's just a cyclical thing. And
well, it could be. It could be.
Sometimes the draft isn't great at linebacker for a year.
If we looked back on last year's offensive line, who knows? The freshmen and sophomores might have been the low-hanging fruit, and they all got grabbed. Anywho, the Red Sox.
Well, the Pats actually moved up to get that kid last year.
Yeah.
You remember in the draft?
Yeah, they did.
Garcia. They moved up in the 3rd round to grab him.
That's right.
And 3rd round, that's where Bill drafts these linemen. So we'll see. We'll see what they think.
Between 2 and 4, he finds a lot of value.
Yeah.
The Bills signed A.J. McCarron.
Yeah.
Now, he's the Bengals' backup quarterback. I don't know how many downs he's played, but not a whole heck of a lot.
I think that's a good risk, though.
Yeah.
That kid was such a winner at Alabama.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? What did he win? 3 national titles?
But he never, ever got a break at Cincinnati. I mean...
No. He's just, if you're Buffalo, so basically Buffalo said, Tyrod Taylor's not the guy.
No, Tyrod, see you later.
We can actually get something for him, so let's trade him, and then let's bring in McCarron. So it's an interesting move, because I think the answer on McCarron is not known yet. I think he could be an Alex Smith type.
I think you're perhaps right.
Yeah.
Yeah. A guy that stood around for 3 or 4 years, and
he's a smart player.
27 years old.
Played for Nick Saban for 4 years.
Now he's ready. Yeah. And Tyrod Taylor, his career really is taking off now with the Browns.
With the Browns, yeah.
What are the Browns thinking?
I think they see him as a bridge quarterback. I think they're going to take a quarterback. They have the 1st and the 4th pick in the draft.
Are they trying to guarantee another 0-16 year?
No, I think they just don't want to. They want somebody to.
They're going to have somebody.
He's a bridge.
They're going to have
to
somebody.
their next quarterback, who I think they're going to draft in the 1st round.
Now.
Darnold they have the 1st pick in the draft, so they got their pick.
Yeah. Now, tell me something. What do you think Barkevius Mingo got from Seattle?
Yeah, I heard they signed him. I was a little surprised. I don't know.
2 years, $10 million.
Really?
$5 million a year?
For a special teamer?
Yeah, that's all he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's speedy.
He's an athletic freak.
You're absolutely
He's just not
right. Not a football player. That's right. Yeah. Butler got 5 years, $61 million, 30 guaranteed. Now listen, he was never going to get that from the Patriots. God bless him. take the money and run.
Yeah. I think for Tennessee, that's a good deal, too. I think that's a win-win. I think that's his market.
Well, I'll tell you, if it's not as, I think you got a little bit more than the market. But nonetheless, that interception in the Super Bowl is going to be with him. That's going to be worth $5 or $10 million right there.
I mean, the franchise tag for corners, which is the average of the top 5 corners, right? It's like 16 or something.
Yeah, I was going to say it was 13 and some
I think
change.
it's a little higher.
A little higher than that, eh?
Yeah, because it's Patrick Peterson and.
Yeah. Case Keenum signed a 2-year, $36 million contract with Denver.
Yeah.
Heavy paper.
Yeah, I don't know about that. And Elway said,
Yeah,
it
and
was
so
who I wanted all along, even though there's rumors.
Yeah, right.
Right, that he wanted Cousins.
Yeah. I asked you to the prom. You're who I wanted to take.
Really.
After 4 straight women turned him down.
You're our first choice.
Solder got $62 million, 35 guaranteed.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Listen, you can't walk away from that.
Yeah. So he's what, 29? 28, 29?
Maybe even older than that.
I don't know if he's 30 yet. Maybe he's 30.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of money. I don't think he'll see 5 years there.
The NFL is going to try to determine what's a reception.
Yeah. Let me know how that works out.
Yeah. Let me know. I'd like to sit in on that one for a while.
Yeah. It's gonna.
Yeah. You've got to. Has to be a very definable 3-step process. Control. You need a clean catch of the ball. 2 feet down or a body part. Then do anything with the ball that shows it's a football act.
Yeah, a football act.
Yeah. They're on the field. Everything is a football act.
Right. So you no longer have to take the ball to the ground? As it were?
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's the 3 things that are the parameters.
Right. So I heard that the infamous Des Bryant catch would now be a catch. Right? The play against the Patriots by Pittsburgh when the tight end reached the ball over and it bounced, that would now be a catch and a touchdown. So it's just a new set of rules. It's not going to eliminate the controversies.
How about the Giant catch where he held the ball on his helmet?
Yeah.
Is that a catch?
I think that's a catch.
That's control?
I guess so.
All right. The Red Sox traded Devin Marrero. That's a good move.
Yeah.
Because they were going to lose him.
Yeah. They didn't have any options.
So they had no options left. He could field. And if they find something in return, such as a defensive outfielder.
Yeah. What did they get back in? Any idea?
To be determined.
To be determined. Who did he go to? The Pirates?
He went to San Diego. The Padres, didn't he?
No, the Pirates.
No, not the Pirates. No,
not the Pirates.
Diamondbacks.
Diamondbacks.
Yep.
See how they do this year. They were a surprise team last year.
Yes, they were.
Yeah.
I'm not wild about Brock Holt making the team.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I didn't think he was going to make the team. No,
he had a good spring. He hit.
Yeah.
Tuzu Lin there, whatever his name is, boy, to me, he is everything a jack of all trades should be because he's an accomplished center fielder also.
Yeah.
I don't like Brock out there.
But Holt's more of a second baseman while Pedroia is
That's
out, right?
Well, supposedly Divas is it. Not Divas, Nunez.
Well, you've got Nunez, but I don't think they're planning on Nunez every day.
I wonder if they're planning on him even starting the season.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
is he healthy?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
No.
So that in that case, Brock Holt, especially where he has hit in the spring, you can do worse than Brock Holt at second base. He doesn't have great range, but he's
Listen, he's okay.
Yeah, he'll make the routine plays.
Yeah, I think Marrero would have been better there.
I do too.
But after this is over,
Holt will hit better. Holt just didn't hit the last year.
No, well, he had the vertigo and a concussion syndrome there.
I mean, his first couple of years, he was a pretty good slap hitter.
He was.
You know?
Nunez is not having a good spring. He just said no to an operation, and the Sox signed him anyway. My prediction, he'll be under the knife before June 1st and out till August 1st.
Yeah, could be.
I'm not hoping that happens, but I can see it happening.
Yeah, so who's the backup shortstop right now? I hope you're not going to say Brock Holt.
No, yes, I believe it is Brock Holt.
Probably is.
It is, but my thinking is they'll probably bring somebody up from Pawtucket if that happens.
Yeah.
I can't see them playing Holt out there for more than a couple of games.
And I think we've seen Bogarts wear down, so he needs to be every.
Yeah, he's
I don't know if
gonna.
it's every week, but he needs to get. I figure he's going to play. If he's healthy, maybe he plays 148 games.
How about this? Red Sox at the end of 5 lead 11-1. Get him out of there.
Yeah, but you got to have and that's where Marrero came in, right? I mean, he had the glove to play second, third, or short.
Yep.
As a backup.
Red Sox, well, I asked you this last time. I'm not sure whether we answered it or not. Red Sox won 93 last year.
They won 93?
Yeah. 93 games.
Yeah.
More or less this year?
I think less.
Yeah, me too.
I think less.
Both of us. The Red Sox, this is just me. The Red Sox is not a team I like. Looks like it was put together by 2 general managers who don't speak to each other. I don't like the choice of the manager. Joe Girardi would have been perfect. Their minor league system is bankrupt. Personalities on the team don't seem to mesh. The team lacks cohesion. I really hate the front office. Dombrowski reports to Mr. and Mrs. Baseball, and CM, wow, look at me, I'm the Red Sox president, Kennedy. Oh, and Tom Warner is sort of there, but I'm not sure exactly what he does. So, this, I just don't like this. Too many moving parts. I'm not.
I think they got a chance to really be a competitive team. First of all, they're going to get off to a great start, right? The schedule maker has been very kind. They're opening in Florida against Tampa Bay and the Marlins, both of whom stink. Then I believe they open at home against Tampa Bay, don't they? The first 9 games, I think, are against those 2 Florida teams who are not good teams.
Yeah.
The Marlins are a AAA team at best after Jeter got done with them. So I look at it and say, you better be off to a 7-2 start.
Here's the $64,000 questions. Are you ready for this one?
Yeah.
Why did the Red Sox sign Mitch Moreland?
It's unknown to me.
I mean, they've
2-year deal.
Yeah, they're giving the
2-year deal.
They gave the job to Hanley.
Right.
And said, unless you fall apart and your arms and legs fall off, you're the first baseman. And you're going to hit third in the lineup,
third.
too. Yeah. It's sort of like one of these no-show jobs in Boston.
Right. So, it's like the best-case scenario that says they're going to be fine because, Hanley's in a contract year.
This is a walk year. Yep.
So, he'll bounce back and he'll hit 280 with, 25, 26. Mookie will get on track to hit low 30s. Right? J.D. Martinez will hit 35 to 40. And Bogarts will bounce. There's a model where you could say, they actually.
Keel made that optimism stew again,
I'm just saying,
she?
That appears to be their approach, although they did.
Well, that is their approach, yeah.
I wasn't thrilled with the Martinez signing. However, he is a big bat in the lineup.
He better be.
Yeah.
Because if not, we're going to have him.
Right.
Because he won't walk.
He won't opt out.
Yeah.
Right.
And if he does have a monster year, he's gone.
2 years.
We're
got him for 2 years.
Yeah.
Before he can opt out. Which I'm okay with.
Yeah. Well, but still.
The biggest problem on that whole list of things is the fact that the minor league system is really
it's bankrupt.
Really
it's dead. Yeah.
Right. And they got the kid, the first round pitcher.
Yeah, Jerome Groom. Yeah.
Right. They got him.
They got Michael Chavez, who,
Yeah.
by the way, is hurt and didn't even pick up a bat in spring training.
Really?
Yeah.
I know he was well thought of.
Yeah. I mean, he hit 31 or 2 home runs between low A and high A last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't up in Double A. Yeah, he was going to go to Double A this year. So on the clock, the Red Sox have 9 players signed to multi-year contracts, and 13 others who are entering their arbitration years. Here are the Red Sox that are on track. Let's think about what we should do here. David Price.
Yeah.
He can opt out after 2018.
Well,
Now, he had a great spring training. He said he felt better in spring training than he ever has in his life. Supposing he throws a monster season.
yeah.
Supposing he stays healthy and wins 21 games, 2.66 earned run average, blah, blah, blah. He's gone.
He's opting out.
I think he's out,
Yeah.
If not, we own him forever. Craig Kimbrell,
Yeah, he's up.
he's up. What are we going to do about that? Are we going to get in a bidding war for him?
I don't think you're going to get in a bidding war, but if you want him,
We're going to have
why
to
not try to sign him right now?
Well, yeah. And I think he's probably
Right.
heard that song from the Red Sox.
Now, he's making close to closer premium money now.
Is it, what, eight,
right?
is it 18 or something?
I think it's
somewhere?
like 13.5 or something. But that's what closers get. There's not, I don't know who the top closer money is, but I don't think it's in the 20s. Closers are still in the teens, and low teens, I think. 13, 14.
I'm glad you asked. Craig Kimbrell, making 10.5.
10.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4 years, 42,000.
So 10.5.
42 mil.
Yeah.
10.5.
So can you extend him for 11 or 12? For 2 or 3 years? You don't want to do that?
I don't think you'd take it.
I don't know.
I think he's looking at 16 or 18, and I'm going to set the bar high for everybody. And I mean, his agent's telling him, "You the man."
He doesn't have Boris, does he?
No, I don't. Well, I say no. I don't know.
Yeah. If he's got Boris, then he's
Yeah,
going
he's
to
bye-bye.
market. He's going to market.
Hanley Ramirez contract expires, but if he gets 414 at bats, he's
Yeah.
good for another year. The Red Sox got to make sure that he doesn't.
They
get
can't
those.
let that happen.
Eduardo Nunez. He's got a player option for 2019. It's a 1-year contract plus one more if he so says.
At what does it say?
Yeah. Nunez.
He'll probably opt in.
The way his knee is,
I'm not optimistic.
I'll be willing to bet you he will opt in. He's not on here. He
Let's say it was
signed that
like,
after this came out.
6 or 7, something like that.
Yeah, it wasn't a big deal.
No.
No. I mean,
There really wasn't a market
He
for it.
had high hopes of 10 mil or something.
I mean, the whole market was depressed, right? Which was good.
Yeah. J.D. Ramirez, Drew Pomeranz, end of arbitration. Well,
Okay, so you still got.
yeah, he's got, 2 more years after that.
But he's not arbitration. He's not a free agent.
Wait a minute now.
I don't think he's a free agent.
End of arbitration. You go through arbitration. Yeah. Well, yeah, he.
Let's see what we get out of Pomeranz this year. I mean,
Let's see here what it says here. Drew Pomeranz. He's a free agent in 2019. So we got him this year.
free agent in 2019.
Mm-hmm. Pomeranz, 8.5 mil he's making.
Yeah.
Joe Kelly, he's going to be a free agent. He's making 3.8, so he's going to be a free agent. Very frankly, for a relief pitcher that can't get the ball over the plate,
Well, it's like I would let him go and
Yeah, see you later. Yeah.
I mean, I'd let him go this year and see what you got.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
See, I like Kelly. I know.
I know.
Control drives you crazy
103 miles an hour. You got to love him
because he's got
stuff.
multiple pitches.
Yeah.
He's really got 3 good pitches, and in a relief role, you rely more on the fastball, which he's got. He's got a kid can throw 102.
Gets it up here though. And,
So
J.D. Martinez can opt out after 2019.
yeah,
Sale is a free agent after 2019.
19.
Yeah.
Right. So how about re-signing him?
Yeah, we're going to have to.
How about we do it now?
Wouldn't that be great? But you know what?
5-year deal, covers 18 and 19, and gives 3 more years.
Yeah. Well, Sale's making...
Give him a little bump. He's not making
6.5.
Yeah, he's making 6.5.
Yeah. So
Why
bump him
don't you
up.
raise him to like 10 or 12 right now?
Yeah, 13, yeah.
13, and then
And say,
send
well,
him out.
Yeah.
You'll end up in, you're not going to end up paying him
But
31.
then again, he's going to come back and say, yeah, but you know what? There's only so many throws in this left arm of mine, buddy.
Which may be true.
I think
That
so.
motion is.
I think with any pitcher, I think that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got that violent, herky-jerk motion, too.
I gotta think he's going to be looking for a big payday.
Oh,
And
he
then
should.
if the arm falls off, fine.
He's the top of the rotation guy, no question.
Now, Porcello, it all depends. He's getting 20 mil.
Yeah.
Now, if he bounces back and has his
This is his good
Cy
year.
Young year, yeah.
Right, he has a good year,
Yeah.
bad year, good
Yeah.
year, bad
Yeah.
year. This would be his good year.
Yeah. So if he bounces back, well, we'll deal with that when it happens, but
He's the guy, like this year and 2 more at
yeah,
least,
yes,
right?
he's 2019
They just signed
until
him.
he goes. Yeah, so he's got 2 years. Mitch Moreland has 2 years. So I don't even know
I
why
don't know
we have
why they
him.
did that.
Zander Bogarts, Brock Holt, and Tyler Thornburg all are free agents after 2019. And then 2020, Martinez can opt out again. Mookie Betts, Jackie Bradley Jr., Sandy Leone, Stephen Wright, Carson Smith, and Brandon Workman become free agents. Now, I don't really care about any of them except Mookie Betts. Jackie Bradley, if he becomes a consistent hitter, if he finds the pitching coach to calm him down and everything, that's great because he's great defensively. The rest of them are just a bunch of players.
Yeah. Jackie Bradley's a porous guy, isn't
Yes, he is.
he? Yeah.
And you know. But you know what? Boris has got to be sitting back saying, what happened here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
The whole market went south. I mean, there's still a lot of players unsigned.
Well, there is.
The Orioles just signed Alex Cobb.
And
I was surprised they gave him a long-term deal because they didn't have to, I don't think.
I think that was a great signing.
I think it might be, yeah. So he was averaging, 14 or something in that contract? 15?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. 460. 15, 15,
460,
15, 15. Yeah.
So I think that might be a pretty good deal too. I mean, who when you look at over their career, who's better, Rick Porcello or Alex Cobb? I think they're comparable.
Very comparable.
So you're paying Porcello 20 and then you just signed him up for
Yep.
14.5 a year or something.
Yep. I tend to agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have got a bunch of stuff about the Bruins, but I think perhaps we ought to save that for next time.
Okay.
Okay. So let's rave about one more thing.
Okay.
Would you explain to me the big flap over Facebook? Now, people put their info up for the whole world to see.
Yeah.
Oh, look here I am holding up my 3 kitty cats.
Yeah.
Or, or isn't my niece cute dancing at her dance recital? She's 12 months old. Who cares?
Yeah.
And they put all this stuff up. Now, somebody looks at this stuff and says, this lady's little girl dances ballet. This lady's got cats. So they sell all that information
Yeah.
to cat food manufacturers
Data miners.
or
Yeah.
ballet dance outfit manufacturers.
Right.
If you don't want that information to go to people like that, stop putting it on Facebook.
Yeah,
What the hell are you putting that crap on there for anyway?
Right.
Do you go on Facebook?
No, I do not go on Facebook. My wife does, and my children do. And
Yes, my
Facebook.
wife does too.
Yeah, yeah. And, you know, it's good for some of that stuff. It's just a little bit, it's just so out of control.
Susie does.
And they have, you know,
Yeah.
all those tech companies,
Yeah.
Google, you know, there's a lot going on here that people don't really get in terms of their power and their control and
Yeah.
their possession of data. And they know every single stroke you've ever made.
Yeah.
Every single website you've ever been to, everything you've ever bought online. They know all that. They know what sizes you wear. They know what church you go to. They know your religion. They know your race. They know your level of education. They data mine
Of course.
off this stuff. And I think a lot of people would be shocked to know what they know.
And
So the answer is yes, that, hey, dummy, you gave it to them. What do you expect? But a lot of America is just, you know, I don't know if stupid's the right word, but it might be the right word. And they don't
when
understand the full impact of technology. 'Cause
when
I don't think
you-
any of us fully understand.
when you
the full
put a
impact.
picture of yourself up with an AR-15
Yeah.
rifle and drugs,
Yeah,
I mean, and you put it up on Facebook saying, "Look at me,"
yeah.
and then you get arrested.
You're probably not the brightest
Probably
bulb
not
on
the
the lamp.
brightest fellow born, you know? It just doesn't. I don't understand. I don't understand the concept of Facebook. I don't understand what it's all about. And I don't understand why the hell I'd want to tell everybody everything about me.
Yeah, well, it is what it says it is, social media.
Media, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, folks. This has been a multifaceted
Indeed.
sports show.
Yeah, yeah.
And if you're interested in facets, come on back here in a couple of weeks, and we'll serve up some more. Got to get to the Bruins.
Yeah, it's a good story to talk about.
It really is.
Beats Facebook.
Oof. Facebook. Oh boy. But they're like the little engine that could, you know. They just
They
keep
are.
on puffing.
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fun to watch.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So effort is good.
Friends, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Next time.